Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Today I want to talk about something that is kind of scary. Digital currency. Now, as long as it was optional and we could kind of wrap our mind around it, crypto was a digital currency. And you could do it or not do it. But the United States government, by the Fed, by the way, and that's important because the Fed is not part of the U.S. government. Contrary to what most people believe, that is a for-profit organization set up by the U.S. government. The Fed is the one that makes all the interest on all the debt that we have. That is not the issue here. The issue here is that the Fed will be issuing digital currency to replace the US dollar. Now let's think about what that means. That means that over time, the US dollar will cease to exist. There will be no currency. It will all be digital. And the pundits want you to believe that that is inevitable. I disagree. I think that's where they want us to go. And they're going to sell it to you, trust me. The millennials and Gen Zers, they're going to be all for this because they do everything digital anyway. Most of them don't even have cash on them. So they're going to be all for this. And unfortunately, that's what the U.S. government and the Fed are counting on. And they're going to sell it to you this way. They're going to say it'll be easier. It'll save the U.S. money because we won't have to print currency and coins. We can just do it digitally. You will have ultimate control of your money. I said that with a straight face, and we'll come back to that. They'll tell you that it will reduce crime because if there's no currency, they can't do drug deals or smuggling of any type unless they barter or use digital currency, which will be traceable. They'll tell you that it will help law enforcement track down the drug dealers and the smugglers and the traffickers and all of that. And here's the big one. They'll tell you that it's optional. I've been alive for over 60 years and I have never ever known any government to give up any power, to get rid of any bill, to give back any taxes, or to leave something alone. It will not be optional, ultimately. Now, those all sound good. If that was the only issue, that would be fine. But let's look at the cons. Let's look at what they're not telling you. They're not telling you that whoever is in control of the digital is in control of your life. You don't believe me? Let me paint you a picture. You know what they're doing to Donald Trump right now, right? Because they don't like him. What if they decided they didn't like Christians? They would control every Christian's bank account because it's all digital. All they have to do is go in there, punch a button. So if they really want to go down on Christians, they just shut your money off. You won't be able to live in your house. You won't be able to buy food. You won't be able to do anything because they will control it. And they is whoever happens to be in power. And I don't think it's any coincidence that this is coming up now. As I said, they would be in control of every penny in this country. Let's look at the media outlets. The mainstream media, the print media, Hollywood, and most digital are all controlled by the left wing. The only thing that conservatives and Christians control is what they call alternative media outlets. Alternative. And there's very few of them. And the liberals go after them all the time because we don't say what they want us to say. They don't like what we stand for. Imagine if those people could control your money. Now, let me give you a couple of examples of how this is working. PayPal recently signed an agreement. They changed their agreement so that if you sign up for PayPal, you agreed to this. You know, everybody, you have to sign those agreements and nobody reads them. Well, here's what they did. They said that if you do anything on social media that they don't like or disagree with, they reserve the right to fine you through your PayPal account. So let's say, and I believe PayPal was recently bought by Google, a social media outlet. I can't be sure of that, but that's what I believe. So let's say that you, as a Christian, you post something online on YouTube that they don't like, and they strike you for it. PayPal now has the power, right now, to fine your PayPal account because of social media things they don't like. That's not proposed, that's a fact, that's already done. You don't think the government wants to be in control? Let me remind you of the years of 2020 through 2022. Remember the lockdowns? The mask mandates? The jabs? The businesses that had to shut down? The livelihoods that were hurt? COVID did not do that. COVID is a germ. Your government did that to you. They put in the mandates. They were in control of your life, and you allowed it. Now they want to be in control of your money, and you're probably going to allow it. I'm just telling you what's going to happen if that is allowed to stand. In my humble opinion, I believe that the U.S. government right now looks like the beast, and digital currency is the mark. Think about that. You guys have a great day, a great week, and happy currency investing.